Yep, let's do this. Hey guys, so here we are. A bit complete, I know. Don't please jump on me because of this, but I will tell you the whole story. So last time when we stopped this recording, I was almost certain about the pick guard, the relic, not the relic, but the aged looking pick guard. And I was also certain about the fact that I wanted to have matching aged colored hardware, let's say knobs and the pickup covers. And I was almost sure that I don't have the switch. So what I have done is I have ordered these parts, and then I did the whole installation because I just couldn't wait how the Hathor or Hathor pickup sounded. But to tell you the truth, I'm a bit flabbergasted. You know, I was talking last time about like if you want to have a Robert Gray sound, then you have to buy the custom shop, you have to pay the cost to be the boss, and well, pretty much I can say I was wrong. I will just tell you the story and then we'll look into some more improvements that we were supposed to make. So what happened is I took the electronics out, all these small pots and everything, and I also ordered a very nice, you know, you can hear the sound, how it moves, really nice switch. Actually made in Korea, but that's okay. I didn't want to spend too much money buying a Schaller or something. And then I did the installation of the pickups. Perfect soldering job, by the way. I mean, if you have questions about soldering, don't ask me. Just open any wiring diagram for the Strat, standard wiring diagram, and just follow the instructions. But I can give you small tips about soldering one day, not today. So I put the pickups on. I just removed the tens from one of my guitars and strung the guitar. Just checked the action and the height. I didn't do any intonation so far because we will talk about intonation together at a later stage of this build. And I said, okay, let me hear this. So what I have done is I've started playing. I asked my girlfriend to stay out of the room. Door open so she can completely hear the audio that I'm running, but she cannot see which guitars I'm playing. So I put this guy on first. I played the same exact rhythm and the small riff on first, second, third, fourth and fifth position. Then I took this guitar off. I put Robert Gray custom shop signature guitar on. I played exact the same rhythm, exactly the same riff, and then I can hear that this is sounding a bit less present in the room, so I increased the height of the pickups and plugged this one again, and I played third time with this guitar now, completed the same rhythm and the small riff. And then I shut down the amplifier, I went out of the room and I said to my girlfriend, tell me, what do you think? How many guitars were played? So she said there was 2 guitars played. For the first partition and the second partition it was the same guitar, and the third partition it was another guitar but a bit louder. So a huge, I don't know how huge, but a huge recognition goes to Hathor pickups. To be honest with you guys, I have never heard such a close 50s, 60s, 57 I think, Stratocaster sound on a hand wound other than the Hathor pickups. I'm completely flabbergasted. I'm very excited with this build, much more than I used to be. To be honest with you guys, I'm really like waiting for this to finish and then I can play it. It's amazing. Okay, without further ado, let's go to today's second step, I would say. So there was also one more reason why I strung up the guitar. So yes, I hardtail all my Strats. The reason why I do that is 2. One, I believe there is a bit of a better sustain when you have hardtail, if you do it well. And the second one is that I don't like when I bend the string that the other string goes out of tune, especially when I'm doing double stops or double string bends. I hate this feeling, I hate to hear it, so I simply hardtail them. How to do that? It will not be a complicated session, that I promise you. And I've already done it because really it's nothing to show you guys, but now I will tell you exactly how I do it. So, first of all, I string the guitar and then I tune it. I really tune it well. I stretch the strings and make sure that everything is fine and the tuners are holding the tune. By the way, these locking tuners are awesome. I liked it. 15, what was it, 20 euro? Perfect. They are a bit heavy, not like you cannot turn them so easily, which is fine with me. I'm okay. So I tune the guitar, and the moment I tune, which means for me that the bridge is on position. So when the bridge is on position, the block on the back is on a position together with the three clothes that I had, the spring clothes that I had back in the day. So they were all resting here, which means everything is afloat. So the moment it's afloat, usually I use coins, but I didn't have coins at that time. I start piling up coils until they are snug fit. So once it's snug fit, I take them out. I usually plaster them around so that they become one piece of block of coins, and then I insert into two sides, so the high E side and the low E side, and then I push it. Like, not completely down, but I push it a bit so that it becomes part of the mechanism, let's say, that we will fix. What does it mean? So metal coins touching to the metal, which is the back piece of the bridge, and then it's touching to the wood, which means like everything is resonating with each other and the bridge is fixed. So once it's fixed, I just remove the springs. Simply, I will show you, I will just put one of them back into place. Oh, it's going to take me an age to do that, but yeah. So it's in place now. So I just pull it off from here and I remove. So I have three closed springs that I have just removed. And then of course what you have to do is make sure that this is not tangling, because this is actually in a distance from the wall across here. So I just push it back all the way. That's why it's a bit hard to put the spring. Now I understand. Okay, whatever. So I just push it back because this has to stay. This still has the grounding on it. So I just push it back, so screw it all the way through the wall, and then I get it fixed so it doesn't rattle when I'm playing, and then the rest still stays the same. So this time I told you that I didn't have a chance to have, coins with me. So what I did is I found these nuts laying at home. I hope you can see it. I have shitty light. Yeah, so I found these nuts laying at home, which are now fixed there, basically. Yeah, I cannot move them because I pushed them. And then I just removed the springs, and there you go. Your bridge is fixed. When your bridge is fixed, now it's a hardtail. What to do with this part? Up to you. You can just cover it with the block piece, back cover plate, and then everything will be fine. But like, for example, in one of the guitars, I use this area actually to put the Fender Eric Clapton boost PCB on. So the PCB fitted perfectly, and I also added the 9-volt battery here. So it's up to you how to utilize this empty space, but now I have this empty space. Yeah, so what does that mean? That means the guitar is still in tune. Let me turn around like for you for a second. And then the guitar is still in tune, and it will always be in tune because it's a hardtail. So I can bend as much as I want. Even both strings. Oh, it sounded terrible, right? Sorry. So I can bend both strings at the same time, and everything will stay in tune. I even didn't do, like with the pencil, so you can put some graphite inside and make sure that the strings are traveling easier and smoother on the nut. Still didn't do that so far, but and the time I do it, it's going to be all over imperfection. Yeah, so what we have done in this, actually it took some weeks to come to this episode, but we have done the electronics. I will not play it now, but I will play it to you once this is all finally done. But a huge credit to Hardtailing pickups one more time. I cannot tell more than this. You have to listen to this and then maybe make your own buying decision to get another one for yourself or a set for yourself. We have finalized the electronics connections. We have changed the pots. Oh, maybe you would like to see the knobs as well. So here are the knobs that I have purchased. Yeah. So they are a bit creamish, actually like the pick guard, and of course including the head. And but already now this guitar looks awesome. But yeah, we promised that we will do the relicking, and I will talk about relicking already now. Oh, it is such a lousy shadow. Sorry for that, but just learning together with you. Yeah, so what we have managed so far is the electronics, the color scheme, and hardtailing the back. So what we are about to do now will be to relic the metal pieces, and I will talk about it already now because I think I will do it by myself. It takes some time. But I will relic the metal pieces. I will, of course, take off the strings and also relic the bridge itself, because we will change the saddles. As we already talked about it, I have a set of amazing saddles. Then we will have to use them to demonstrate how they feel. We will also even etch out the screws, so we will make them also kind of relic. And then, of course, the tuners. I have to be very careful with the tuners because these tuners, I have to understand how it works, otherwise we can just screw the whole thing up. So for relicking, what I have read and learned and did once, there's a couple of methods. One of them is using kind of chemicals and hydrochloric acid, but I'm not that person that's so good and careful with these kind of things. So I think I will skip this one. Lately what I have seen is two options. One of them actually was quite funny because the guy was using the toilet cleaner, which is supposed to have around 9% hydrochloric acid inside. And he was laying all his metal pieces, of course, partially buffing them with fine grained sandpaper first, and then putting them overnight or a couple of hours into the container where there is this toilet cleaner is filled with. He puts them in a separate small box or container within the container and just closes the lid and lets the air or the fumes or the gas fumes do the job. So this is option one. I'm not so sure about the toilet cleaner stuff, but I will try. So I will make the bridge with toilet cleaner, for example, and then the second one, which was going to be the jack plate, I will do it with the second method. And the second method I heard is more or less the same. So there's two containers. Again, you buff up your part, and then you fill the bigger container with white vinegar, and then you put your parts into a smaller container and then put it back into the bigger container where you have the vinegar, and then let it get fumed, let's say, overnight. So I will try them both and will let you know because I really don't want to go to this acid road. I don't fancy that. And then I will share the results, comparative results basically of how it works. And then I will finalize the whole, metal aging or metal parts aging process. And then we will make a video, most probably together this time, while we are talking about how will I relic this and how you can relic this at home without actually messing the whole body. and like what kind of how to say methods do I use usually. What do I want the guitar to look like at the end? So it's a lot of planning and some execution, of course. We'll be sanding a lot, we'll be somehow not painting, but weathering some parts. Most of it will be the plastic parts, of course. And then we will learn together. So, any questions, please leave in the comment section below. Maybe you have better ideas. Better than vinegar, better than the toilet cleaner, but less harmful still than the chemicals that are people using. And then let's take it from there. Yep, that's it for today. You will not hear this, but you have to hear how the Hathor pickup sounds like. I am so totally amazed. Take care, guys. See you soon.